What is up? Coach Emma here, and welcome back to the Fit Habit Life podcast, where we cut through the noise, talk real health and fitness, sustainable fat loss, and habits that actually work. And today on the podcast, I will be talking about how to recover from a sickness as quickly as possible. It's the winter months. This is when most people hang out indoors. Most people aren't getting a lot of sunlight. Most people are gathering small spaces, and a lot of people get sick. And so a lot of things transfer over. So I just got sick and I recovered from that cold in less than 2 days. So I figured, hey, I'm kind of a pro at this. I'm just kidding. My immune system is strong, and I'm going to talk about why. But just how to heal quickly from a cold and any type of sickness, like how to recover quickly so you can get back to training if that's something you enjoy, so you can get back to being more active, being more present, less fatigued, more alert, not feel like crap. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But before I dig in, I just want to thank you for listening. If you have enjoyed the show at all, if you could share the show on whatever platform like Instagram, Facebook, text friends who you think might enjoy it. You can rate the show too on whatever platform you're listening to, or like it, or subscribe. This podcast is on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and Substack. So whatever platform you're listening to, if you could subscribe or share it or rate the show if it's been helpful in any way, I'd really appreciate it. It helps me help more people, which is the goal of the show. So thank you. Anyway, if you're still listening, let's dig in. So how to recover from a cold in less than 2 days. How did I do it? So number one is stuff outside of the sickness. So like what you're doing most of the time is what is going to strengthen and support your immune system. So something that people tend to not think about that actually has a strong correlation of a healthy immune system is a healthy gut. Your gut and your immune system are heavily intertwined. So if your gut health is spot on, you're going to have a healthier immune system that is more capable of recovering quickly from sickness. So for those of you who've been listening for a while, last May, I did a GI map, which is pooping in a box, shipping it out, and giving you insight into your gut health. And then I healed my gut. I had gut dysbiosis, so I had an overgrowth of bad bacteria and an undergrowth of good bacteria. So I healed that up. And then since then, I actually haven't gotten sick. I've gotten that instance where you're almost going to get sick and then you get a good night of sleep and it's gone. I've gotten a couple of those. And even this sickness that I just had, I'm still not 110%. I'm probably 85, 90%. But I never really had symptoms. I could just tell that I was pretty run down, fatigued, low energy. I track my heart rate variability, and it was in the tank. My resting heart rate was a lot higher than usual. So I could tell that I was under the weather. But a lot of other people, they get exposed to something, they're knocked out. I used to get knocked out for a week. But since healing my gut, getting healthy, training properly, the appropriate dose of training makes your body resilient and strong and capable of handling those sicknesses. And then just fueling your body adequately and supporting your body with enough micronutrients to function well. That's super important as well. So basically all the healthy habits I talk about all the time, making sure you're getting sunlight, you're walking, you're moving, you're eating mostly whole foods, nutrient-dense whole foods, high protein, high fiber diet, you're strength training 2 to 4 times a week, you're managing your stress. This is my biggest hurdle. It's hard when you're running a business, trying to build a business, and your profession is helping people with their health. and I care about the clients that I work with. So when they're struggling, I'm always like ruminating, what can I do better? How can I better help them? Which it's hard to shut off. I feel like, anyway, so stress is my weakness, and staying hydrated. Staying hydrated impacts your gut health, your energy levels, your brain function, just everything. So anyway, basically nail down the basics. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot one of the most important things. Sleep. Sleep, crucial for a resilient body because it helps you recover from your strength training. It helps you have a healthy gut, good energy levels. And the biggest thing is like recovery. Like if your body can't recover from bouts of things, it's going to expend energy towards those other bouts of things, which makes you more susceptible to sickness and other things. Sleep is the foundation of health, so don't sleep on sleep. Anyway, so you have those dialed in, healthy gut, healthy hormone profile. Your body should be pretty capable of recovering from a sickness within 48 to 24 hours, really. If you don't push your limits. And so this is something I've struggled with in the past, is I would not take days off of training. I might reduce the volume, go a little weaker, but I would train all the time, even when I was sick. And that is like one of the number one mistakes for us type A sort of people. Don't train when you're sick. Don't train when you're sick. That's too much stress on the body. The body's trying to fight off an infection of some sort. So rest. Rest up. Go on some nice walks outside. Chill. Don't push. The walks should be leisurely. You should not be out of breath. They should be relaxing. No training. Don't train at all. So I actually took Monday and yesterday off. And had I not, I probably would have gotten way more sick. I felt pretty good today. Like I said, I feel like I'm like 90% recovered. I'm like over the hump. So I did train, but I reduced the intensity drastically. I just wanted to get in, move my body a little bit. So don't train. That's number one. But really the biggest thing is going to be sleep. Sleep is the biggest lever to pull. Unfortunately, Mondays are always really crazy for me, so I had a lot of client check-ins. I got a little bit behind because I was tired, my brain wasn't functioning super well. And I actually went to the gym, and I did one set of squats, and I was like, why am I doing this? I don't feel good. And so I just left, and I went home, and I did not finish my workout. I should not have even been at the gym given how I was feeling, but it's my biggest hurdle. So anyway, got home, did my client check-ins. I slept probably over 10 hours that night. And the next day I was probably about 70% better. So, sleep. It's your biggest superpower. What I should have done is messaged all my clients and been like, hey, I'm sick. I'm going to rest most of the day. I'll get your check-ins tomorrow and Wednesday. I should have done that. I probably would have recovered a lot quicker, but I didn't. But that's okay, because like I said, I'm almost 100% today. And the other two things that I always do whenever I'm coming down with something, you should probably be doing this most of the time during the cold and flu winter seasons, is just taking like an emergency or an airborne tablet every single morning to get a boost of vitamin C. I've not been eating as much citrus lately. I just forget to buy it at the store. So I know supplementing with it will definitely benefit me. So that's what I did. I've been taking Airborne every morning. It's about a gram of vitamin C in one of those tablets that dissolves in water. I just ordered some more emergency online just to be stocked up. I think I'm going to try to take it every day that I can for the next couple months, maybe through mid-February, just to really support my immune system. And then there's another thing that I take. It's called Zicam. And honestly, I'm going to look up because I'm not even sure what's in it. It's like some homeopathic sort of thing. But that shit works. It works super well. I'm pretty sure it's like a big dose of zinc. Yeah, it has zinc and some other weird stuff. But it works super well. Yeah, it basically has zinc. So, anyway, so I use those and I'll get a bottle and I'll finish it. I make sure to prioritize sleep. I up my vitamin C dosage and I stop training. And I continue to eat my normal calories. I don't reduce my calories. My body's fighting something, it needs the energy. Something else you can do, which I didn't do and I probably should have, is reduce your protein intake when you're sick. Because basically, I talk about that, or I've used this analogy before, but your body's like a glass of water and it can only handle so much stress. And so if it's fighting off some type of illness, reducing the other stress categories are going to give your body more energy and ability to fight off the main thing. So, like training, that's a huge stress on the body. Your body has to recover, provide energy, and focus on the recovery process, because when you're in the gym, you're breaking down the muscle. You're not building muscle. You're building muscle when you're sleeping and recovering. So you're already in a compromised state. So trying to compromise your body more, it's silly. Protein, as I've touched on before, it's the least calories per gram because, so like if you're thinking about like protein, carbs, fats, alcohol, fiber, protein requires the most amount of effort and energy to break down and process. So that's another stress on the system. Same with fats. Fats require a lot more energy and stuff to break down. I'm not saying like don't eat protein, but if you tend to eat a very high protein diet, reducing that protein intake can actually help your body have more energy to recover. It's not something that I did, and I should have, because yesterday I had a catered lunch and I had a lot of protein because it was super good and no regrets, but it's probably why I'm not 100% today, because I had a lot of protein. And towards after that meal, I was starting to feel a little bit more under the weather. And so I kept taking the Zicams and my energy level started to increase. But anyway, so reducing any physiological stressors on your body you can is going to give your body the most amount of energy and support to combat the sickness that you have. So anyway, that's all I got for today. If you're coming down with something, I'm sorry. Rest up. Oh, last thing. If you're sick, stay home. Stay home. Don't go to social gatherings. Don't go to church. Don't do the things you have to do. Work from home. Rest up, recover. Because if you push, you'll probably get more sick, but you'll also probably get somebody else sick. Because let's be honest, like most people out there do not have a super healthy immune system. Most people are, I think like 93% of the population is metabolically unhealthy, which is crazy. That means 9 out of 10 people have some sort of metabolic dysfunction, which means their gut health probably isn't super great. Their immune systems are probably pretty weakened, and they're more susceptible. So just stay home. Don't get other people sick. Allow yourself to recover. Now that's all I have for today. So anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, please share it on whatever platform you want. Rate the show and subscribe so you can stay up to date with my new episodes. We drop Mondays and Thursdays. And I appreciate it. So thanks for listening, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.